What is going on, everybody? It is Friday night. If you're looking at, or if you're viewing this right now, you are here for trivia. We might have a couple of new people here tonight, so I'm going to go over the rules really quick. There are 5 rounds of trivia, and tonight is a very special night. Tonight, thank you, Joy. We are doing an entire game on Nicolas Cage, one of the greatest actors of any era, really. So, 5 rounds of trivia on Nicolas Cage. Yes, this is going to be a very movie heavy trivia game, so I hope you are prepared. Normally, we don't do this. Normally, we do sort of general trivia, but I've been doing a couple of themed games recently, and I think they've been pretty fun. If you do want to suggest a game to a theme for any of these games, you can go to the Facebook page. I'll post a link later, but it's Friday Night Trivia on Facebook, or you can look up my name, Sean Coca. Excuse me. And you'll find us. If you want to log on to the score sheet, the address is right there, bit.ly/trivia score sheet. You'll see the Google sheet that has all of the score information. And you can follow along as we play. All right, like I said, 5 rounds. The first round is going to be general knowledge. Trivia on Nicolas Cage. So I hope you know a thing or two about the one true God, Nicolas Cage, and I will post the link. I just posted the link in the chat to round 1. Let me know if it works or if you're having any trouble with it. Google went and changed how you send links, so I want to make sure that everybody gets it. But round 1 is posted to the chat. If you are not on YouTube, the chat is right there. This chat right here. So let me know if you have any problems. But go ahead and click that link and start on round 1. I'm going to give everybody plenty of time. Since this is the first round, I want to make sure everybody is here. Who's here is playing. That way we can not leave anybody out. But anyway, you got 15 minutes for round 1. If we finish early, then we finish early. We got everyone in the background tonight. I try not to make these questions too hard. If you know something about Nicolas Cage, you'll probably get most of them right. I will say though, and I posted this to the Facebook group, that I only reused 2 movies because Nicolas Cage apparently hates to not work. He hates to be idle, and he makes a ton of movies. At least he has over the course of his career. So I only ever had to reuse 2 of the movies for the entirety of the game. It's a lot quieter tonight than normal. I have to assume that's because of the content. I guess not everyone can love Nicolas Cage like I do. All right, we got our first answer sheet in. You still got plenty of time if you are still working. Obviously, a lot of you are. No problem. I like doing theme games because it really tests my ability to write some questions. And Nicolas Cage is just ripe for trivia. Like I said, the first round, if you know a thing or two about Nick Cage, and it's hard not to, the first round shouldn't be too difficult. He's a pretty eccentric guy, so a lot of this stuff I feel like is somewhat common knowledge. We'll see how people do when we get to the actual movies, though. All right, we got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left. I got one answer sheet in. So you can still take your time, but time is going. So do what you need to do. All right, 2 answer sheets in already, and we got a tie game. I also tried to have fun with the round titles, so I hope you appreciate that. Matt says hi. They saw you.
Hi.
My wife's in the background doing stuff. Is everyone ready to get back out there once all of the lockdowns lift, which it looks like they're probably going to do in the next week or two? Ready to get back out and live your life like semi-normal? I know plenty of people that are. I'm a little hesitant, but you know, cabin fever is one thing. I haven't really suffered from it. I had to go back to work. I don't know about you guys. Back to work as in not work from home. All right, 5 more minutes to go. I got 3 answer sheets in. Honestly, I don't know how many people are playing. Nick Cage might have scared away most of the regulars, but we'll see. 5 more minutes, so start finalizing some of those answers and turning them in if you haven't already. I understand being scared of Nick Cage. I feel like most people are. Sort of a, I don't know what it is. I saw someone when I was finalizing some things today, or maybe it was yesterday. I saw someone say that they feel like Nick Cage knows when he's in a bad movie, and he just goes completely overboard and goes apeshit. So I can see how you'd be scared of him. All right, less than 2 minutes to go. Let's start finalizing those answer sheets and getting them in if you want them to count. Man, everyone waiting for the last second here. All right, time's up. Let's get those answer sheets in if you want them to count. I got 10 teams. And I got a cat meowing at me. All right, anyone else still working on it? Get in now because I'm going to go over the answers. I'm pretty sure everyone's in. All right, number one, Nicolas Cage is a stage name. What is his actual last name? He is actually a Coppola. He is Nicholas Kim Coppola. Number two, he didn't just pull Nicolas Cage out of a hat. What was his inspiration for his stage name? His stage name comes from, Nicolas Cage comes from Luke Cage, the Power Man. It's a comic book character. So if you said anything like that, I gave you the answer, or I gave you credit. Number three, speaking of comic book characters, what character did Nick Cage desperately want to play? So much so that a documentary was made in 2015 about a movie that was never made featuring this character. He always wanted to play Superman, and if you remember that really awful, weird picture of him in the Superman suit from a couple years ago, that's what that was from. Number four, last one I promise. In related news, Nick Cage became a father for the second time at age 41. What did he name his son? He cursed his son with the name Kal-El, which is Superman's Kryptonian name. Number five, what is the only movie where Nicolas Cage is credited with his birth name, Nicholas Coppola? That was actually Fast Times at Ridgemont High. It's the first movie he was ever in. Number six, Mr. Cage is fond of buying some pretty crazy things. What kind of skull did he purchase in 2007, which he later found out was stolen? He bought a Tyrannosaurus Rex skull. So if you said T-Rex, Tyrannosaurus Rex, or dinosaur, I gave it to you. I was being generous on that one. Number seven, a local boy here in Southern California anyway. What city was he born in? He was actually born in Long Beach. Long Beach, California. Number eight, which of the following women has Nicolas Cage not been romantically linked to? And that would be Laura Dern. He starred with her in a movie, but the rest of them are actually his wives. All four of them. He's been married 4 times. Number nine, as great an actor as he is, Nick Cage has only won 1 Oscar in his entire career. What movie was that for? Well, it was for Leaving Las Vegas. Number 10, Nick Cage reportedly purchased a very special tomb for his burial plot in New Orleans. What is it? He actually bought it's a pyramid. It's not a giant pyramid, but it's a pyramid tomb on top of the plot. He bought 2 plots and the pyramids over both of them. And the bonus question on the Brooklyn Nine-Nine episode Safe House, Captain Holt's husband Kevin is exasperated to find out that Jake never suggested watching one specific Nicolas Cage movie he had in his comprehensive DVD collection. Which one was it? It was Captain Corelli's Mandolin. You had a movie with a mandolin in it, and you didn't mention it? He was pissed. Anyway, congratulations. If you don't, you know what? If you don't have the link to the answer sheet, I'm going to post it right here in the chat real quick so you can follow along. But congratulations for round 1. A lot of you did pretty well. All right, let me grab round 2. Like I said, Google went and changed the way these links work, but I figured it out, I think. Anyway, round 2 is in the chat, so go ahead and click on that. Round 2 is about the most batshit insane movies that Nicolas Cage has done in his career. So good luck. My wife is apologizing for for sneezing in the background. Oh, I didn't put the year for 5. Oh, okay, hang on one second. I didn't. Number 5 is 2011. Oh, I did. I forgot to do that. Well, it's been about 5 minutes, so there you go. 10 minutes, and I should probably move it to round 2. And one thing I forgot to mention at the beginning is I really only have one rule for trivia, and that's don't cheat. And it's an unenforceable rule, which means don't, Google the answers. I'm not in front of you. I can't make sure that you're not doing that. So I like to tell people that I have to either assume that everybody's cheating or nobody's cheating, and I like to assume that nobody's cheating. So please don't cheat. It ruins the game, and there's a special place in hell for people that cheat at trivia. Don't do it. That's really the only rule. You can do anything else you want. How many Nick Cage movies have I seen? A lot. Not all of them. Definitely, I was going over some of the movies on as I was writing this trivia, and there were some on there I had never even heard of, and they were fairly recent too. So dude's got to work. He's got a lot of castles to pay for, so he puts out like a movie a year. It seems like. All the way back to Fast Times at Ridgemont High. When did that come out? 1982, I think. He's been working for a while. All right, we got less than 5 minutes to go. I got 5 teams in. I'm loving some of the the guess answers, the BS answers. They make me laugh. I won't give you a point for it, but you have the knowledge that you made me laugh. I'm actually surprised too. This isn't really a hint, but one of the movies on here, in this round, is one of his like highest rated movies on Rotten Tomatoes, and I'd never heard of it. It made me feel like a really bad Nicolas Cage fan. Hidden gems in the middle of this round, or hidden gems just in the middle of his career? Two minutes to go, by the way. 2 minutes, start finalizing those answers and getting them in. I think we've got about 3 teams left. Yeah, 3 teams left. You know what? I have to disagree. I think that the first one is one of his best movies he's done in a long time, honestly. All right, everyone's in. Just got to finish grading. All right, everyone is in. Oh, one or two movies. Gotcha. All right, everyone's in. Let me go over the answers real quick. Number one, in the enchanted lives of a couple in a secluded forest are brutally shattered by a nightmarish hippie cult and their demon biker henchmen, propelling a man into a spiraling, surreal rampage of vengeance. This is the movie Mandy, and I have to say, if you have never seen Mandy, see the movie. It is amazing. I think Nicolas Cage says about 10 lines in the entire movie. It's great, and if you get the chance to see it in a theater, if someone's broadcasting it, do it. It is a trip of a movie. Number two, a teenage girl and her younger brother must survive in a wild 24 hours during which mass hysteria of unknown origin causes parents to turn violently on their own kids. That's the movie Mom and Dad. Number three, newly paroled ex-con and former U.S. Ranger Cameron Poe finds himself trapped in a prisoner transport plane when the passengers seize control. That's Con Air, of course. Everyone got that one right. Number four, when a motorcycle rider sells his soul to the devil to save his father's life, he is transformed into the devil's bounty hunter and is sent to hunt down sinners. That's the movie Ghost Rider. I think the first of his comic book movies. Number five, 14th century knights transport a suspected witch to a monastery where monks deduce that her powers could be the source of the Black Plague. That's the movie The Season of the Witch. Or Season of the Witch, sorry. Number six, a sheriff investigating the disappearance of a young girl from a small island discovers that there's a larger mystery to solve among the island's secretive neo-pagan community. That's The Wicker Man. Number seven, in order to foil a terrorist plot, an FBI agent undergoes facial transplant surgery and assumes the identity of a criminal mastermind who murdered his only son. The plan turns sour when the criminal wakes up prematurely and seeks revenge. That's the movie Face Off. Number eight, young lovers Sailor and Luna run from a variety of weirdos that Luna's mom has hired to kill Sailor. It's the movie Wild at Heart. Number nine, when a childless couple of an ex-con and an ex-cop decide to help themselves to one of another family's quintuplets, their lives become more complicated than they anticipated. That is Raising Arizona. And finally, Terrence McDonough, a drug and gambling-addled detective in post-Katrina New Orleans, investigating the killing of 5 Senegalese immigrants. This is a movie I had never heard of, and it's one of his best-reviewed movies. It's Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans. And like I said, it just came, I mean, it's a fairly recent movie, and I had never heard of it before in my life. So, hopefully you did well. There's one before. Well, it's one of his first then. So, hopefully you did well. Like was stated, a lot of those are some of his best movies. So, we're going to move on to round 3, where we talk about his worst movies. I just posted the link to round 3 in the chat. Round 3 deals with his worst reviewed movies of all time. All of these movies have less than 10% or less on Rotten Tomatoes. So they are all stinkers. And I've seen a few of them, and they are pretty bad. So match the movie to the tagline from the movie. Good luck. There are absolutely worse movies. Like I said, they're all less than 10% on IMDb or on Rotten Tomatoes. And some of them are pretty bad. I can't admit that I've watched all of them, but some of them are pretty bad. The ones that I've watched on this list are definitely pretty bad. Sorry, I'm reading the questions for the next round. They're funny. Oh, I forgot. It's been about 5 minutes, so we'll go 10 minutes again. I always forget to switch the rounds. It's unfortunate. I will admit this round is a little bit harder because the movies are all so bad. My guess is you probably never heard of most of these. Don't worry, the next two rounds aren't that hard. Or at least they're not as hard as this round. Had to throw a hard one in. Couldn't all be easy. All right, less than 5 minutes to go. Let's start finalizing those answer sheets. Yeah, this one's definitely the hardest round. Sorry. You were all just blessed by my cat. Yeah. I'm guessing no Googling on this one. Don't be a pan daddy. I wondered where you were. Make them all like this. I mean, you could still Google it. I just have to assume you aren't. All right, we got about 2 minutes left and 3 teams to go. Let's get those answer sheets in. No worries. Yeah, I might switch this to a different day, given that quarantine is ending for a lot of people. They might start going out again. Not to movies, I'm assuming, but they might still go out on the town, get some dinner, do some stuff on Friday night. So, you know, this might become Thursday night trivia. Haven't decided yet. We'll see how it goes. And who knows? Some of the places that I used to do this in person might start doing it again. I don't know. I don't know if any of those places are going to be doing any kind of in-person entertainment for a while, but you never know. I did have a show on Thursdays and Tuesdays and Wednesdays, but something tells me that they're not all going to be clamoring to have trivia again at the get-go. It's probably going to take them another couple of months before they want to do anything. All right, less than a minute to go. Got 2 teams left, 30 seconds. All right, that is time. Let's get those answer sheets in. I still got 2 teams left out that have not turned it in yet. So let's finalize those answers and get those answer sheets in. I'd like to go over the answers. All right, we got one of them. Cage Killers. Cage Killers, I need your answer sheets. Or answer sheet. Time is up. All right. There we go. I'm going to start going over the answers right now. All right, number 1, Trapped in Paradise. The tagline was Small Town, Big Trouble. Number 2, Pay the Ghost was He'll Stop at Nothing to Save His Son. Firebirds was The Best Just Got Better. Dying of the Light was A Second Chance to Find the Truth. Bangkok Dangerous was It's All in the Execution. Outcast was Legends Are Born in Battle. Number 7, 211, Never Underestimate Your Enemy. 8, Arsenal, Brotherhood Has Its Price. Number 9, Left Behind, The End of the World Has Only Just Begun. Number 10, Deadfall, You Won't Know Who to Trust, What to Believe, or Where to Run. And finally, number 11, Grand Isle, A Storm is Coming. All right. That one was rough. Pretty much everybody did not so great. But that's okay. That is okay. We're going to move on. Well, let's go over the scores real quick. After 3 rounds of Nicolas Cage trivia. There we go. After 3 rounds of Nicolas Cage trivia, we've got 22 points for Brad's Buds, 17 points for the Brazing Arizonas, 13 points for the Cage Killers, 12 points for Con Air 99, 15 points for Jen Jen, 12 points for Kristen Stewart, 18 points for National Titties 2, Book of Titties, 29 points for the Nicolas Cage, 11 points for Two Rogers Make a Right, and 15 points for the Zombies. All right, we're going to move on to round 4. Round 4 is our movie quote round. I just mixed it all up. So round four's answer, or round 4's sheet is in the chat. So good luck. This one might be a little bit easier. Message retracted. I didn't know you could retract messages from the chat. I really wanted to have that meme picture of Nicolas Cage doing the "you don't say" in this round, but I couldn't make it work. I couldn't make it work in a way that that looked good, given Google Forms. I've got one. I've got one of these queued up so that the man himself can say it, because I don't think I could do it any better than he could in this instance. I hope you'll be happy when you hear when you hear it. It's the stupidest one on the list. And by stupidest, I mean the best one on the list. Oh my gosh. I never do this right. It's been a minute, so we'll do 8 minutes. By the time I figure out a way to do this on regularly and consistently. I want to do it anymore. They just use me for a second and then they run away. They get their fix. The cats do. All right, we're coming up on 5 minutes to go for round 4. And I don't have any answer sheets in. So start thinking about finalizing those answers. You got 5.5 minutes to go. And just like that, someone turns one in. Some of these quotes are ridiculous. They make me laugh just reading them. Yeah, there's California is. I think California is gonna do whatever it wants. If Orange County's supervisors have anything to say, we're gonna be open like next week. They've been wanting to open for a while now. They're not as bold as like Tulare County. They're just gonna do whatever it wants, whenever it wants, regardless. But I think after a minute, it's gonna be a foregone conclusion. Wait, what? All right, we got less than 2 minutes to go. Let's get those answer sheets in. All right, everyone's turning it in here at the last second. Let's go. Let's get them in. Time is up. We got one team left out. Everyone's in. Just give me a second to finish up grading. All right, last one. Okay. We're all graded. I'm going to go over the answers. If I can find them. There they are. All right. Number one, I have an acronym for myself. Know what it is? BAD. BAD. Balls, Attitude, Direction. You should give yourself an acronym because it helps you visualize your goals. That's the movie Kiss of Death. Number two, I bet no one ever threw a pie at like Harriet Tubman, the founder of the Underground Railroad. I bet you $1,000,000. That's from the movie The Weatherman. The Weatherman, sorry. Number 3. If I were to send you flowers, where would I... No, let me rephrase that. If I were to let you suck my tongue, would you be grateful? That's from the movie Face Off. Number 4. Only if it's a noun and the words have equal weight, like Homeland Security. If it's a participle modifying the first word, then you'd better keep it lowercase. That's from the movie Seeking Justice. Number 5, this is the quote that I can't do justice, so I'm just going to let the man himself do it. So here's number 5.
What is it? What is it? What is it? Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah! Open my eyes! My eyes! Ah!
And that, of course, is from the movie The Wicker Man. Number 6. I saw you and you saw me. Don't pretend like you don't know who I am, girly man. That's from the movie Snake Eyes. Number 7. Well, today's your lucky day, because I brought an eagle. That's from The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Number 8. I never disrobe before gunplay. That's from Drive Angry. Number 9. The snowflakes are perfect. The stars are perfect. Not us. Not us. We're here to ruin ourselves and to break our hearts and love the wrong people and die. The storybooks are bullshit. Now, I want you to come upstairs with me and get into bed. That's from the movie Moonstruck. And finally, number 10. What's that like? What's it taste like? Describe it like Hemingway. That's from the movie City of Angels. And that was my cat. All right. That was round 4. Let me grab round 5. Like I said, round 5, well, not like I said, but round 5 is the last round of the game. Round 5 is our picture round. I doubt this round is going to be super hard for most of you. So, round 5 is in the chat now. I would think that, I don't know. I might argue that this is probably the easiest round of the game. Maybe not, but that's what I think. Round 5, name that movie based on the movie poster. I tried real hard to make sure that I took out all the identifying information from the picture. So, good luck. Yeah, this one might have been too easy. I apologize. Whole lot of whining going on in the background. All right, I have to be a responsible pet owner and feed my pets. 1 second. Oh, that's right, time. Thank you for reminding me. I never remember. This is, I will say 8 minutes. This is an easy round. A lot of people are already done. Well, half of you are already done. All right, only 3 teams to go. No. That's how I am unflappable. No mom credit. It's not how this works. That's not how any of this works. All right, 3 teams to go. You got about 6 minutes left. So you can take your time, but time's running out. No baby credit for you. How dare you? I get all the baby credits. My computer beeped at me. All right, 5 minutes to go. Yeah, no problem. I got a request for Nicolas Cage trivia, and I thought it'd be fun to put it together. But no, normally, if you've never played before, normally the trivia goes like this. Normally, round one is general knowledge, and it can be really anything. Round two is typically a movie round, either movie quotes, movie synopses, something to do with movies. Round three, I've been playing around with round three because normally my round three is a music round when I'm at a bar, but YouTube does not like me playing music in this format. So I've been doing kind of a toss up for round three. Round four is my 4-3-2-1 round. That is name 4 of something, 3 of something, 2 of something, 1 of something. And round 5 typically is a picture round. So the themes change, by round. Usually there's some kind of theme with the movie round. All the movies have something in common. There might be a theme for the picture round that links them all together. Sometimes I put a bonus question guessing the theme. Sometimes I outright tell you the theme. But yeah. Every week I do this. Once, like I said, once bars start doing trivia again, bars and brew pubs and wine bars and whatnot, I'll probably be back out there. If you're in Orange County, you might see me out around. Who knows? I don't actually know when that might happen, and I honestly don't know what the inspiration behind the Kristen Stewart's name. I thought about doing something like that, Todd. I used to play and host where you could double or nothing in certain rounds. It's hard in this format because you could just Google the answer. Or maybe I only give you 30 seconds or 10 seconds or something. So we'll see. I might see what I can do in this format, but I'm with you. I'm with you on that. All right, 2 minutes to go. I only got one team left out. The Gambler. Know when to hold them. Yeah, no worries. I like doing it. It's weird that trivia hosting is like a hobby of mine, but you can ask my wife. I sit around and I write questions and I try to put together games. When I was hosting for various companies that I hosted trivia for, I would a lot of times rewrite some of their questions or completely rewrite rounds because I didn't think that they were up to snuff when it came to my standards. So hopefully you guys are liking the rounds, whether it's the theme trivia or the general trivia when I do that. But I like doing it. I like taking suggestions. I take constructive criticism. I take constructive criticism fairly well when it comes to this. It's something I'm passionate about. I love it to be like a side business that I do for it's hard to make this into like a regular business because I don't want to be out all night every night of the week going to bars. I mean, maybe if I wasn't married and had a kid on the way, but it's hard to make it into a career unless you're someone like Geeks Who Drink. But who knows? I appreciate that you appreciate it. All right, everyone's in. I'm going to go over the answers real quick because most of you got them all right. Number 1 was Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Number 2 is Kick-Ass. Number 3 is The Croods. 4 is The Rock. Number 5 is National Treasure, the first one. Number 6 is Gone in 60 Seconds. Number 7 is G-Force. The guinea pigs. They were guinea pigs. Number 8 was It Could Happen to You. Number 9 is Valley Girl. And number 10 was Adaptation. All right, so your scores at the end of the game. In 10th place with 20 points, we have Two Rogers Make a Right. Tied for 8th with 23 apiece, we have Zombies and Team Kristen Stewart. In 7th place with 25 points, Con Air 99. In 6th place with 28 points, Team Gen Gen. In 5th place with 29 points, Brazing Arizona. In 4th place with 30 points, The Cage Killers. Just being edged out of the top 3 by the 3rd place team with 31 points, National Titties 2, Book of Titties. 2nd place with 38 points, Brad's Buds. And 1st place with 47 points, the Nicolas Cage. And I have to ask, are you actually the Nicolas Cage? Because that would explain how you did so well. That's the only explanation of how you did so well. Because like I said, I assume that everyone is not cheating. And I am not accusing you of cheating. But I'm saying you did really well. Congratulations to everyone, all the winners, and everyone who played tonight. I really appreciate you guys spending your time with me here on this Friday night. I know that you guys probably have other things that you could be doing, so I appreciate that you spend your time with me. Next week, the plan is to have regular trivia, unless someone suggests something that really tickles my fancy, like the Nicolas Cage one. If you want to check out the Facebook group, it's right here, bit.ly/Friday Night Trivia. It'll take you to the Facebook page. You can also search for me. You can search for me on Facebook or Instagram, and you'll find me. You'll find me there. Someone give a quick shout for that. Oh, some people are asking, I guess, for my Venmo. So if that's something that you want to do here, I'll put it in here. It's really simple. My name is unique enough that and I got 100 subscribers, so now I can create a custom, and I'll be doing that for next week. I'll create a custom URL, and I'm excited, or a custom channel name. So huzzah! My Venmo is in the chat if you want to. If you feel so inclined, you're under no obligation to do my thing. To do anything. Like I said, I love doing this, and I hope you appreciate. And I appreciate that you appreciate what I do. But anyway, if you join the Facebook group, you can make suggestions. You can see all of the things that I'm thinking about when I'm doing trivia. Sometimes I post memes. Sometimes I do. I put up polls to gauge people's interest in certain things or certain topics. And I'm very pliable when it comes to topics of what to do trivia on, or if you have suggestions on different round types or something. So anyway. That does it for me. I hope you had fun. I will see y'all next week. And like I said, check out the Facebook group right there. And we'll talk to y'all next week. Have a good Memorial Day. Barbecue something delicious. I won't be barbecuing yet. I'm getting one on Tuesday. But yeah, it's going to be good. We're going to probably broil burgers. That sounds un-American, but we're going to do it because that's all we can do. Have a good one. We'll see y'all next week.